are live. Wednesday Night with Those Guys and Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday Night with Those Guys. And as you know, Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by Those Guys. And this is where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. So if the weather has been nice where you are, please let me know how the weather is where you are and if you've been able to get out and fly your drones. How are you doing on this wonderful Wednesday, Lawrence?
I'm doing good. I'm doing real good. The weather's decent. And I'm doing quite good.
Oh, okay.
What's up with you?
I'm hanging in there. I'm doing my thing, and I've been busy. Losing my mind with HP.
Really?
Man, listen.
You're convinced they out to get you, huh?
I spoke to one of their people in their management department, I guess.
Yeah.
I said, I feel like this is personal the way this has been going, but you guys don't know me personally, so this is how you treat everybody. So I mean, like, I would just tell people not to buy anything from you. But yeah, it's been horrible. If it would take a live stream to tell the whole story of what happened.
Yeah. Some of the stuff we've been going through has been real hard.
If you actually went on YouTube and found that the Smart Tank computer, the latest one that they have, if you went on YouTube and found it, you would hear the reviews on it. It's terrible. But anyway, let's go.
Bill's saying EvoMux is cheaper in 1080p.
You know what? Thank you. Thank you for that one.
Hey, Gary.
Lawrence?
What happened?
You got to check that out.
Yeah. I agree.
Because this is terrible for what you're paying for.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot you got to go through. I don't even know if I'll be able to share tonight, but we're going to try.
Well, let's bring up anything arbitrarily and let's see if it'll work.
I'll bring up something. All right, hold on a second. I will bring this up. Give me a second to lock in on it. Image. No. We don't go there. I want to present.
What do you present?
Share screen. Where is it? A window? There we go. I got it right here. Do you see that? Or do you see a blank?
I see it.
You see it, but do they see it in the chat?
Yes, they do.
They do. They can see it. Okay. Well, I wanted to mention real quick, Off Access Marcel is having a contest. Okay. And it's a contest. It's you got to register before April 1st, but it involves every type of drone pilot there is out there. If you fly a camera drone, you can enter. If you fly FPV, you can enter. If you fly fixed wing, you can enter. If you fly a freaking plane, you can enter. He just wants you to submit this stuff to him in a decent format, I'm guessing, or MP4 format. I figured we might dedicate my next week's FPV session to him explaining everything in detail. But just to let you guys know, it's going to be a large montage of camera drone pilots, etc., judging, FPV pilots judging, and they'll set out a task during the week. I'm almost done here. Let me stop sharing. They'll set out a task, okay, like cruising low to the ground. Everyone that's in FPV can do one cruising to the ground. camera drone pilots, bird's eye views. How do you set up for birds? You know, things like that. He'll go, hey, Eldon, he'll go into more detail, but I figured if next week during my FPV section, we could have him on. He could explain it in detail. And
Oh,
there was the test. There was the test.
I got
So
you.
it's working.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh. He says, and they have over $2,000 in prizes and giveaways. So
Whoa.
you're not exactly entering just to be entering. It's a real contest.
Okay. All right. So guys, jump on that. I mean,
I will post a flyer and
you can
with
fly.
those guys, huh?
If you can fly a paperclip, you can enter.
You can enter. Yes. Each week they'll give challenges, and then each week he wants to have guest pilots on to help judge. And this is worldwide you can submit from.
Okay.
Even Jackie and them guys backpacking them from Spain and Steve Knowles from the UK. Anyone who wants to join can. You can enter if you can fly a kite.
If you could slap a camera on it and get some footage and make a video,
you can
into
enter.
the contest.
You can enter. And that includes Chinese balloons. Just don't go too high. The government might shoot you down. I got jokes today.
No.
All right, that's it. That was a good way to test it out.
Okay, so that's where we at, right? So, but we got a couple of things to talk about tonight. You know, what is it? Drones in demand. Wow. As much as they want to knock them down, they need to pick them up. But anyhow,
yeah, right.
You know what, Lawrence? I mean, how many people do we?
How many people? I only see 10 watching, excluding us, so it's really 8. It's still early.
Yeah, it's a little early. I mean,
I just refreshed the page. It's still showing like 10. You know, we usually chit chat for a minute.
You know what? I did want to, man. I'm sure you've seen it, and you know what's funny? These cats seem to get, high in them over there. They seem to get the exclusives on a lot of stuff. Like, so now right here, what's Skydio, right? You know how Skydio has been heavy on the lobbying against Chinese made. DJI, Chinese made drones.
Let's just say it, against DJI and AlteX and anyone else that ain't Skydio.
I didn't say any names. I just said. I said Chinese made drones.
Okay.
I didn't say any names. So Skydio's been lobbying heavily, but it seems like they under scrutiny themselves for their marketing campaign for towards them that targeted law enforcement agencies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's they see, so now they're under scrutiny, right, for their behavior.
Well, you know what it is, right?
What?
You know what it is? They need to find another source of income before everyone says, "Aha, I'm on to you now." Busted.
Well, I mean, they had a struggle with the battery issue, but
yeah.
From what I'm understanding, if you check out Drone XL, there's a big article in there on it.
Very big article. A good read.
Yeah, I believe they even got in touch with a police officer, and
a police officer and a few other employees.
And it's wow. That's some craziness. Yeah. Listen, I don't know. That's what happens when you play dirty.
Well, it's you could probably do an entire live stream on that story alone.
Yeah,
because the detail of it with the mailers and you got to read it yourself. It's a good read. Just go to Drone XL and look for the it's their feature story. Skydio tracking mailers to police spark privacy and security concerns. And I'm not even going to say nothing. You could read 2 or 3 paragraphs and see where it's going, but that's just me.
But you know what, Lawrence? You think it's time for a roll call?
Yeah. We can do a roll call real quick. I don't mind. Let me refresh the page real quick while you set up.
But who do we have in the house with us? That's what I want to know.
Okay, I'm starting from the bottom, going to the.
I think I see numbers going up and down, up and down, up and down. You know, somebody's always watching.
Right. Definitely. So I give a shout out real quick to my boy Corey out in Queens, YACL. What's up, Corey? How are you? Hope all is well. I'm here, but I can't watch. I'm listening. Shout out to Mark Fisher, M-Drone1 in
what's good?
Up in Providence, Rhode Island. Limp Styx It. He's new here. We're actually going to have him on the FPV section later on. That's JJ Grant from Florida.
Okay.
Gary, shout out to him. Gary Ariels, all the way from Canada, one of our drinking buddies when he's on stateside. Shout out to Bill Coast to Coast. What's up, man? Hope all is well.
All right.
And coming out to Bronx, Takeoff, Lift and Land, Bronx, New York. What's up, Eldon? Hope all is well. Off Axis, Marcel, another one having a contest. We'll talk about that next week. Shout out to him. John Olson from Long Island, New York. Shout out to John. He's always here early and listening. Frank Rizzo is listening in the cut. Also, I forgot to mention, shout out to Frank Rizzo, RJ's Ariel. He's actually at work and listening to the live stream. And I believe that is it, my friend, unless someone's come in after I've said it.
And
that's it. I think we're done. Oh, no, they got to hit drone days. All right, you caught him on that explosion right there.
No, we got
okay. It's good. We didn't miss anything.
No, I got that one more because we were
But for those of you who don't know, every week I'm going to be doing something FPV related and possibly ask someone to come on every week for about 10 minutes, 12 minutes like that. But we will have an FPV session or FPV talk at 6 o'clock. I assume that's when we're going to do it on the regular. We just started doing this thing. But those of you who don't know, Limp Styx It, he doesn't put a lot on his YouTube channel, but he's on a lot. He's on Facebook. If you know him,
over Facebook.
Yes, JJ Grant. He puts most of his stuff on his best work on Facebook, but he'll be on later on at 6 o'clock to hang out with us. Yes, Gary, Skydio is engaged in criminal stalking of law enforcement. If you read that story like we did from end to end, what's up, Drone Days? It's Skydio got some explaining, because one last thing about Skydio, Herman. Did you hear that they had said fuck, the word fuck, in one of their advertisements? They were giving out some blue socks that said, don't fuck with Skydio.
Who?
Skydio.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's in the news. You'll hear about that. I found out about it yesterday. I found out yesterday. Skydio said, don't fuck with Skydio. And they were giving away blue socks, like hinting, we're on the blue list, still on the blue list. You'll see the story as it exposes. Oh, I can't sit back in the chair. I just disappear off the screen.
They're weird anyway.
Gary says, it's hey, Louisiana Helicam, how are you? You're driving and listening, I hope, not watching, unless you're in a Tesla.
Who, Gary's driving and watching?
No, on Louisiana Helicam. Mark Fisher says he wants a Maserati for his growls, for his sound, a Maserati growl.
You know that's not only exclusive to the Tesla.
Really?
Yeah, there's a few cars that have that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That Maserati growl.
No. I'm talking about you talking about driving and
Oh
watching.
yes. There are other cars. In
Yeah.
fact, I like the company. Skydio is going punk rock. You know what it is?
Mhm.
Skydio right now, they just got a contract in another country somewhere.
Mhm.
So even if you stop selling their drones here in the United States, or people stop buying them because they know they suck, another country is being played as a sucker. They did it to our military. Remember, they got that military contract. They cut that shit quick.
Mhm. Before we go on, Lawrence, you were talking about
Yeah.
older cars. I saw an advertisement, right? You know you know how the Tesla has the big has the tablet or the laptop
Yeah.
screen on
Yeah.
in
For
the middle of the
the
dashboard.
display. Yeah.
Yeah, they actually have that radio, right? For I think it was General Motors cars. They said if your car is at least it's 2000 and newer. I was like, wow.
Really?
Yeah, I was
Really?
like, can you imagine how many people are going to run out and put this big old thing on their car?
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Right. I think it's dangerous because you get into an accident or your seatbelt's too loose and you bust your skull on that wide ass screen with all that micro Gorilla Glass or whatever it is.
well, why are your head going to be down there looking at the screen?
I don't know. I don't know. You may
You
get T-boned from the side and swing that way. I don't know.
They say the seatbelts failed. You know what?
Well, I do know of another story I care not to bring up that you put me on to about Tesla.
Oh well,
Yeah, we can't bring that up.
yeah.
There's somebody out there, yo, Elon, this dude's talking about you, son. All right, let's get going.
Ah man, you ain't right. But where we at? Oh, but you know what's crazy? You know, finally, the FAA finally is ramping up their hiring of the air traffic controllers.
Yes.
Because from what I'm understanding here, from the article I have read, that the U.S. Transportation Secretary, this is Mr. Sean Duffy, he has a plan to that they claim will supercharge the hiring at the FAA's academy. It's to it's supposed to be aimed to speed up the hiring process.
Yeah.
I don't know. They want to bring in more people, and they want to find ways to basically entice more people to apply for the job. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the qualifications are, but
I don't either, but what you'd
you,
figure
you
it's
know
a
you
quick
can,
hire.
yeah, but you can go to the FAA.gov and whatever and find out anything you need to find out on their website. So they're hiring from what I'm understanding. So
Okay, Mark, just don't bump into another person's shopping cart. He's food shopping and listening to the stream
where?
and
Oh,
watching the stream.
it depends on where he is.
Yeah, if you're in Costco, just watch the little old ladies.
If you're in Costco, it's expected because they will hit you in the back of the ankles and then look at you like you was in the way.
Yeah, that's true.
Excuse me.
That's a warning shot. They're like,
At least they do that
out
out here. I don't know.
Okay. Well, you know what? I think the incentive is crazy. The incentive is crazy, right?
What, to become an air traffic controller?
Yeah. The incentive has to do. Hold on. Where did I see that?
Any of those jobs.
Oh, okay. Those who make it through the rigorous training can expect to earn an average of $160 in 3 years. So You got to make 3 years. You survive 3 years there as an air traffic controller, and you'll be making after 3 years 160,000.
Now watch
That's
this.
not. Yeah.
All you gotta do is not do what those other guys have been doing. So when you got one dot going this way and another dot going this way, you just got to make sure they're not on the same plane. Like
That's true. Just like flying drones. No one
like,
could be at the same altitude at the same time.
Like seriously. Some of this stuff that's been going on at these airports, like how does this stuff happen?
Gary says the FAA needs more controllers over the Gulf of SpaceX debris. Yeah. Yeah, you got a point there. You got to figure it.
I tried not to, but anyway.
Yeah.
You know what, Gary? I tell you, you need help. Moving along, right? Where we at?
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Oh, you know, has the Mavic 4 come out yet, Lawrence?
No, they claim in April.
Oh,
They claim in April. I'm saying about the second or third week in April.
Oh, the reason why I asked is because it seems like every day I turn around and something else, and something else, and something else, something else, and something else, and something else.
Well, you have this. Go ahead.
Oh,
you have.
Go ahead. What you were saying?
I was going to show what everyone else has been seeing from Jasper. Saying today I received this new exclusive front view picture of the Mavic 4 Pro. Everyone's seen it. Okay. And now they can confirm the 240-watt charger. There was also talk of a multi-charger as well.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? You're right about that. Because everyone was on the bandwagon on this multi-charger. Everyone.
Yeah, well, they were disappointed. Well, with the Mavic 3, somebody had to finally come out with a multi-charger.
Because Igor dropped something on the multi-charger on the same day. And so did your man Osita LV. So everybody was talking about this hub.
Right. This multi-charge hub. Yeah. Mavic 4, because you have to be able to go from SpaceX. They have to push it. And I have an answer. Have you noticed everyone's showing those? Go ahead.
No, but I wanted to say, but you see, Mandania man, Igor came back with this weird joint right here.
Yeah. One of them has to do with the multi-charger. I saw this same list. Something was circled. I think it was either the second or third one was circled.
I got all of that for you, but we mentioned the multi-charger because Eagle and Osita LV, as we saw, mentioned the multi-charger.
Right. And then Jasper came back with this video here, which conveniently, I would like to say conveniently, the guy steps in the way at that moment.
Right. Now, that I think if it's the same video, I think let's see that. Yeah, see that video there where it zooms in on the drone?
You can see the camera, and conveniently, just as you zoom in, his leg gets in the way. Now you get another tease up, and he goes, "Oh, I'm not blocking it. Let me block it there."
No, but if you look, he's got those goggles around his neck.
Yes,
right?
and he
I
has
don't know.
Go ahead.
I don't know if that's any significance. The fact that those goggles around his neck will mean that it will work with that controller and everything else.
I'm more than sure of it. I'm more than sure of it. Everything is on an 04 system. And if you notice, they've been trying to get people who fly their camera drones to buy goggles.
Well, you know, it's funny. And we're going to talk a little bit about it later on.
Go ahead and stop.
We're going to talk a little about it a little bit tonight. But
we got 2 minutes till the first sponsor.
There's a word, 2 words, situational awareness. That's something that has been mentioned since I've been flying drones, and a lot of people have misinterpreted it throughout the time we've been doing this, and it's going to come up a couple of times, and it's funny because DJI has been improving because the fact that when you fly these drones, right, there's no real way of you having complete situational awareness of where the drone is and everything around it. And you understand what's happening around it. Like if I'm standing here, I'm aware of what's happening around me.
Right.
You understand? Right. But if I have the drone in plain in visual line of sight, I can see what's happening around it. But
true.
If it's far away where it's not in visual line of sight, then I don't have that situational awareness because I don't see what's happening around the drone. I have an idea of where it is, but I don't see around it. Now, with the sensors on these cameras and being able to switch around like that now with DJI, it's making it's doing the best that it can right now.
Think about it.
The only way that would make it any better is if you can see that in real time on a whole full monitor at all of those angles at one time.
Well, see, you can't, but the drone can see it in that full 360.
I know it can.
So now we are not aware of our surroundings, but the drone is, because if you want to take obstacle avoidance from the very beginning when they introduced it with the Phantom, we could only see on a horizontal plane pretty much around us, and from the bottom we had sensors on the bottom. We could see from the sides, which were infrared, and the front had vision.
No, it originally only had the bottom sensors.
Originally, and
right.
Then when did they put the side sensors on?
Side sensors didn't come in until the Phantom 4 Pro, and those sensors do work.
Okay, Gary. yes, they do. But we've gone from that to full 360 awareness with a drone now. That's crazy. And now, in fact, if you have goggles on, not only do you feel a vibration in your hand in the controller, but now in the goggles, I even know when I'm looking at my RC Pro. On the bottom means something's behind me. On the right, something's on the right, and on top, something's in front of me.
Goggles don't give you situational awareness.
No, they don't. They actually take away from it. But that's why you're supposed to have a visual observer anyway. Gary says he'll be back. He's going to walk the dogs.
Oh, okay.
So, this will be this drone will be like the best top steak you've ever eaten.
But Lawrence, your man Jasper, he dropped this, and I don't know how to make heads or tails of that. If you could check that one.
Working on the untold illustrated story about a certain secret DJI product. I think you guys are going to like it. Hopefully, I can have the first part ready this Wednesday. Cheers. So then he goes into this here, which is very interesting. Another drone support, X Drones Studio leaked this today.
Did he?
No, on the 10th. I'm sorry. They actually leaked this on the 10th. And it was a montage of all the leaks.
Right, because like I said, there's been so much that's come out on this drone. so
I
much.
want to point out something. These are all the leaks that we've seen, and if you notice, they showed a box of shells,
Mhm.
right?
A
And
box
I
of
may
shells.
have an answer. Everyone keeps saying, why do they keep showing the box of shells? This is almost done. But why do they keep showing that box of shells? And I think that's very important with what's going on
What, the
with these
crash test?
with these tariffs and everything. No, it was an empty box of shells. Crash test. Respectfully, both of these guys are frauds with this signing the NDAs, the beta test, the pre-release. DJI would have found out who they both were 100 drone releases ago. Yeah, I can agree with you on that, but also you have to take this into consideration.
Mhm.
DJI don't care. The United States is such a small piece of the drone market. If they lost every drone dollar from the United States, they would make it up in other countries easily. And then a drone would become contraband because people would be paying to have it shipped here or
Whoa,
smuggled in.
whoa! I don't think that we're small.
Yeah, they are strategic leaks.
I don't think that we're small, but I don't think that we're number one either. But what I'm saying,
Yeah, definitely.
but what I am saying is that
We got to hit a sponsor.
as far as the leaks are concerned, we know they put them out strategically.
They are strategic
And
leaks.
it's all fun and games, but it's something to talk about in the community. It's all leaks and fun to everybody, and everybody knows this.
True.
Everyone knows this.
Herman
But you
and I
know,
come to the
we won't
conclusion,
see. I
words
just
there.
think that it was some nice exclusive stuff that was it Drone XL. They got the exclusive hands on it on the photos and that shot of it. Hey, listen, I thought it was good. You know they confirmed a lot of stuff on this drone, and we're just waiting to see more. I don't think we'll see. We'll be right back. Let me get a break from our sponsor.
For a live stream that talks about everything in the drone world. Tune in every Wednesday night to Wednesday Night with those guys.
So
those two guys.
Yeah, whatever those guys got to say. So, like I was saying, as much as has come out on this drone, and even like little hints and stuff like that, and even the confirmed stuff that the camera will tilt both ways
179 degrees.
Yeah, so
in both directions, to the right and to the left.
So basically, we get that. We understand now why it looks like a lollipop on the top of
right
on the top of like I don't know. I don't know. It looks like a microphone to me.
Right, but think about it now. It makes sense why it's round. It has a stay aerodynamic in all shooting modes, because supposedly you can go from straight shooting, from straight to vertical, straight, vertical.
Right. So, and it can't have anything in the way, so the body has to be cylinder shaped.
And think about it, trying to do that in winds may force, you remember the gimbal issues we would have, the wind's blowing too hard, the camera would start stuttering, or it wouldn't want to adjust.
Right. Well, that was with the older series of drones.
Right. And then until I learned how to fly with my back, with the wind to my back.
But you know what? I still see that in some videos that I've seen. I realize what that is.
Hey, B-Mac.
You have to go into the settings of your drone, right? And either that, adjust the settings in the drone, or you got to learn how to be easy on the stick.
Yes, yes, yes. But I would say
I
all
mean,
of the above. But
sometimes I know it's like nerve wracking to like, especially like if you're over water or something like that, and you're trying to get a shot, and you're moving and you're moving. You just want to get that shot over with,
mhm.
but you gotta be easy on the stick.
You know what I miss of out of pros flying drones before we go on? I literally missed the Phantom 4 Pro for the simple reason I could cut the GPS off and drift with the wind.
Here we go.
That was so smooth. And if the wind was moving at 30 miles per hour, guess what? You drifted with the wind 30
You
miles per
put
hour.
it in Addy mode, is what you're saying.
Yes, you're Addy mode. I miss effing Addy mode. Now, if you hear Addy mode, you get scared. You don't know what the hell it's going to do, especially if you don't know how to fly a drone in Addy mode.
Because see, that's the difference between those drones and ones we have today. Because drones don't go into Addy mode until they're in trouble, and you could put it in Addy mode.
Hey, Rose. Yes, you can put it in Addy mode. Yes, but the older drones, you used to be able to put in Addy mode,
but
and
you can do it with the what do you call it?
What?
The oh shit.
The drone thingy, the thingy.
Yeah, that one.
I'm messing with you. What's up, guys? How are you? Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys.
Edition.
Yeah,
the
okay.
Enterprise edition, you can put it in that.
Yeah, see, that would make sense. And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, imagine your drone you've learned to fly GPS on, and all of a sudden there's no GPS, and you're standing still and you're wondering why your drone is drifting to the side like this. And you pull it back over, then you wonder why it starts drifting to the side like this. That was with fun back in the day.
You know what? I realized that at Five Islands.
Yes.
And it said, it kept coming up on the controller while I was filming that I was in Addy mode. I'm like, why do I keep going in Addy mode? So I'm like, so it flickered back into GPS. I'm like, and I'm steady shooting. I'm like, why does it keep going in Addy mode?
Right. I think it was something over something in that dude's house you were over.
No,
you were passing over.
No,
it was just the area.
No, it said and then it went to Addy mode and it stayed there and it wouldn't come out of it. So I brought the drone back. I brought the drone back. Right, I landed the drone. I got home point again. I took off. I went up again. And as soon as I got up and started shooting again, it said it went into Addy mode.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, oh wow! Now I was way out over the water.
That was crazy though.
A couple of islands over.
You guys don't know this spot, Five Islands. It's a great spot, but you can't go there in the summer because it's almost like a private beach area.
Yeah, it's private in the summertime.
You have to be a resident of that town or neighboring towns.
Or you got to pay to
go
get
there.
in.
But it's actually 5 islands, and some people have mansions on them. And
people actually live on, I think, what is it, 4 of the 5 islands?
Yes, yeah.
That's crazy, and it's a park.
And even where the park is, you have to cross a bridge to get onto a small island.
Right.
Yeah. Well, so you look it up on 5 islands. What is that? That's outside of
That's up in, I think, New Rochelle.
New Rochelle, outside of New Rochelle, right?
It's up there in New Rochelle.
Okay.
But it went in Addy mode again, and it wouldn't. It just so I finished doing what I was doing, and I came back. We landed, and I contacted DJI. The GPS module broke.
Wow.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You can't actually fly the drone in ADI mode. It's not impossible. You just got full control over the drone. There's no GPS. Like,
yeah,
it's not going to fall out of the sky. No,
right.
It's not. You got to keep the altitude of the drone. No. But you do have full control of the forward and reverse and side to side. And so when you start moving with this thing, if you start slamming if you are a heavy finger guy, then you're going to lose your drone. If not,
true. That's true. And I've seen people that happen. Remember the Mavic?
If you're a pincher and you can soft touch on the like, you know, like you know, if you're capable of doing that, then you can control the drone.
Right. I'm glad this is an 18+ crowd here. My mind went somewhere else.
Okay.
No, I get what you're talking about.
Like easy.
Yeah. But if you've never experienced your drone in ADI mode, don't try and make it go into ADI mode. It will not. But you can tell if your drone is in ADI mode because you will not have GPS and it won't be doing what you're telling it
like
to do.
flying in the house.
Yeah, it's like flying in the house. I don't suggest it, even though I see thousands of people do it.
I do it.
But anyway, what's up? What's next?
What's next?
What do we have next?
Oh,
because it's almost time for the FPV section of
the DJI Googles.
DJI Googles?
Yeah, they've gotten better, Lawrence, because they have rolled out this big firmware that is supposedly bringing all kind of new technology to the new, well, not new, but the Goggles 3, the Goggles 2, and the Integras. And they're integrating, what is this? What is it? I don't know how you would pronounce it, but I'm going to say INAV.
INAV. It's actually INAV. I could take it from here.
Go ahead, jump on it.
Okay. What DJI is doing is they are introducing INAV to their operating system. INAV is another type of beta flight, but a lot more accurate, a lot more detailed as far as how many GPS satellites you collect, return to home. People used to use, they still do, they use INAV for return to home. You could use beta flight for it, but beta flight wasn't made famous for that. Beta flight became famous for tuning your drone and stuff. INAV is supposed to be primo up there as far as operating systems for telemetry. Now that DJI drones don't have, they have, they tell you you have 15 satellites, this and that, but INAV is a lot more detailed. It's learning an operating system. I think it's a good idea, but I just think they should have introduced it instead of saying, "Oh, we're giving you guys this, and this is what it do." You guys have to figure it out, like we did in FPV.
Well, basically, they're calling it navigation-enabled flight control software.
Yes, because it will be adding these features to your FPV drones. Real-time telemetry data, meaning you could view your altitude, speed, GPS coordinates, and battery life directly in the goggles display, straight out the box. Waypoint navigation, meaning you could actually set with an FPV bird a waypoint flight. Now, they claim flight paths for smoother, more controlled under the waypoint navigation, and a new return to home feature. I know your DJI drones have a return to home, but this is going to make it even better. This return to home enhancement makes your landing safer. So right now, your DJI drone comes home, and if there's a person standing on the landing pad, it's going to go around them and land somewhere else. This is just like that, but even better.
Okay.
But it's only going to work in Goggles 3, Goggles 2, and now the Goggles Integra, they're like hanging on to those. But Soon those will be outdated and be selling for like $300 each.
But that's also with the only the 04 air unit and the
yes,
Pro, right?
yes. Only if you're flying FPV. Don't think you can take your Air 3 or anything like that. It's for the 04 air unit and the 04 air. Okay,
But
I've heard some things in the world of FPV about them.
But I'm curious to know this.
Yeah.
Does this work on whatever drones that those goggles work on, and whatever?
No. These units have to.
Only
These units have to be in the drone. Huh?
Okay, so it has to be on those. On
custom FPV drones. Yes.
Gotcha.
Only custom FPV drones. They're trying to make it so that if you build a complete DJI drone, okay, but using their 04 flight controller and everything, but you're already using their camera. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
You are totally in their ecosystem and on iNav.
I get what you're saying, but damn shit. Well, then come out with a frame then.
That's what I said. I will not buy DJI anything FPV until they come out with a carbon fiber frame. And a few other people have said that. Hey, what's up, Jim? Everything else. Even Frank Rizzo, yes, iNav is great. So now you have an FPV bird that can return to home like one of your DJI birds, your Air 3 or your Mavic Air 2S or whatever.
Right.
And that's FPV.
Because you got all the navigational stuff and the telemetry all in your goggles, right?
Right. Now, here's the difference between that and Betaflight. Betaflight has return to home and stuff like that, but you have to program it properly and put your numbers correctly, because if you don't, it's going to do it. And it comes, yes, I am spoiled, Jims. I am. You put it to return to home, it will ascend. Say you want it to raise 200 feet. No matter where you are, if you're at 300 feet, it's going to raise 200, which automatically puts you past that 400-foot limit. And then it's going to turn towards home at a certain speed, making a beeline until you regain control again.
Wow.
And cut it off, yes. With now iNav, I could cut off my damn radio, and just like on our DJI Mavic 3, you can cut your radio off, and the drone's supposed to come back and land where it took off. That's what you'll be able to do with FPV birds now.
Well, you know what? It's funny about what you're saying. As when you have disconnection from the controller.
And you see Limp Styx, who we're having on S6, he says he has carbon fiber frames for his Robotics.
What happened?
He has carbon fiber frames for his Robotics, 2 Robotics. Okay. Because someone said to cut a frame for the Robotics. But it's not DJI.
Okay. So but what I was saying is that you when you start getting into losing connection, and I've already experienced lost connection with DJI. Lost connection is the same as turning off your controller. If there's no connection, there's no connection. Yes. What I found is that with DJI drones trigger a return to home when there is a lost connection of any kind. And the first lost connection that you receive is a lost connection of video.
True.
Once you lose that video connection, you understand? That is when DJI will trigger that return to home.
Yes. Well, now iNav, you can trigger return to home at the flip of a switch, or you have it set so that if you lose signal, it'll feature return to home if you lose signal, and if you flip the switch to return to home. Because a lot of times you have to test it. Hey, Scott, you have to test your return to home. So they tell you to go, okay, anything outside of, in Betaflight, it's anything outside of 100 feet from me, I can hit return to home, and it'll do it.
Okay.
And then you say anything past 1,000 feet, hit return to home. But with iNav is smart. It says, okay, I'm not going to send to 200 feet if I'm only 300 feet away.
Now, the smart return to home was supposed to do that too.
It actually does now on camera drones.
And I realized that I've honestly, the Air 2S had a little issues with that, but the Mavic 3 and the Enterprise,
Yeah.
You saw that on the return home. It's like, here I am. I'm like, wait a minute, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
That funny green beam is just weird when it's pointing at you.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But it'll be interesting to see, because now with this iNav, I'm interested to see if, well, you'll be able to hook up your computer straight to that iNav app now. You'll be able to hook your computer, your FPV bird now. That's pretty cool. Just like I hook up my stuff to Betaflight, you'll be able to hook it up to iNav. They're teaching them the ins and outs and tunings of the drones. They can kind of.
So now you don't have to have. Now you have no more problems.
What happened?
Now you should have no more problems.
Technically, no. It's only getting better.
Well, that's if you upgrade everything to the 04 units, right?
Yeah. Until then, we got about 6 minutes before Limp Styx It JJ comes in.
Okay, yeah. But you know what I wanted to ask you, Lawrence? What's the cost roughly to change over if you have like multiple drones that are flying with this with the 03 unit, right? To change over to the 04 unit, because it's like, wow, bing bang. And like we thought that this was going to be good, but I guess now.
Okay, here I'll give you the example. Right now, the 03 air unit is going for $200 plus when it was down to $179. Whether it be for taxes or not, that's what it's freaking going for. Now, present day, I have, and this is a live count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 FPV birds. That would mean in order to switch over to 04 at the cost of $229, that's a little bit of change. And that's just the camera system. We're not talking about the flight controller and the DJI. Well, DJI doesn't have a flight control. Well, they do now. No, they only have a VTX. Yeah, until DJI comes out with a flight controller, we're still using regular stacks, but that's only a matter of time. But it could be quite costly in answer to your question.
So basically what you're saying is that when building a new FPV drone, the decision now becomes the weighing of, do I break down a drone and make a whole air unit useless?
Right.
Or do I continue?
Well, DJI, unfortunately, and this is why I warned you guys who are just getting into DJI 04 and spending all your bucks in one store. Just be careful, because it's already happened to me. I did not jump onto the 03 unit immediately, which may have cost me in the long run. And now they're switching over to 04, and it's getting harder to find 03 units.
Okay, so what I'm getting at is, you going forth, if you wanted to build another drone,
if I wanted to build an and you'd have to get another set of goggles, because I have the V2s.
Right,
goggles.
But here's the thing. But see,
here's his 229 times 8 is already $1,832, and we haven't even talked about flight controllers and motors.
Right. So what I'm saying to you is that it may be just cheaper for you to continue and move on. Like, you understand? Leave those drones on that no system and create a newer drone running on that
In which case, I would have to also buy a new set of goggles.
Well, it would still
and
be
a radio and a
it
new
would
radio.
It would be cheaper than transferring over all those damn drones.
Yeah. I get it, but I'm a firm believer. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Explicit FPV, what's good? Marcel,
I hear what you're saying.
You got FPV pilots that never switched over to digital. They're still flying analog. These FPV vegan dives the Empire State Building weekly.
Hold up. Time out. Slow down. There are guys out there that still roll up their window on their car.
True.
Because they like the work that they put in underneath that hood for the performance of the car.
Yes.
But the car
I understand.
Came with the crank up windows. So I get where you're coming from.
I understand.
But
Trust me.
But they understand. don't. But the guy that did that with under the hood, none of that. He knows that no matter what, I know they don't make this car no more. But I can fix that to make it keep going. When they disco that, what you got, this disco.
Yeah.
And that's the
I know, man. We'll see. This is why I'm warning people about getting into the 04 system. Because how long was the 03 out?
A little bit. But you know what I wanted to ask you? Did you send
that time? Yes.
Did you send them? You sent them the link?
Yes, I sent them the invite.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mentioned 6 o'clock. He's still JJ. You still got a minute. He's probably setting up now.
No, because I don't see him in the green room. So I was wondering if his limo was late.
Oh, I don't know, man. If you didn't fire that last driver, I couldn't tell you.
No, I don't know. You remember funny about firing the last driver.
Okay. Here's a quick date. How would you say? Quick notice about DJI 03. The DJI 03 came out November 22nd, 2022. It is now 25, and they've already introduced the operating system in 24 for the 04 unit. So you figure about 2.5 years, and they'll be coming out with 05. That's my prediction. Remember, you heard it. Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer, what's up? Sorry, I was in another window. Remember, you heard it here first.
But you know what's crazy about that, Lawrence?
Yeah.
You talk about DJI and stuff like that and disco and stuff. It is becoming a quicker and quicker turnover, I noticed. It seemed like stuff was around longer and longer before, but I don't know. I think there was only one drone that disappeared by the fact of disappearing, and that was probably the Spark.
Yes.
But I
think the Spark went into the STEM program.
We happen to have in the green room and making his way to the stage.
Oh, the driver you didn't fire got him here.
Yeah, it seemed like he got him here, but we got him backstage and he's making his way to the stage. If I am making I'm explaining this or pronouncing this correctly, it is Mr. JJ Grant.
Okay. Hey, what's up, JJ? How are you?
What's good, JJ?
Oh, bad traffic getting across the tunnels into the city to see you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not driving. I see the trees are standing still, so that's a good thing.
No, I'm sitting right in the middle of the Golden Bear course at Reunion Resort. I ended up here, and that's where we're rolling.
Okay. So I guess you're going flying after this then.
Yeah, I actually just while I was watching the rest of the show, did the video editing of a flight right up over the resort high-rise tower with the swimming pool on top, and come and swoop back down and did a little golf course run. Oh yeah,
Right.
Not while you were driving.
of course. While I was driving, you put them goggles on, and the car drives itself. Actually, on that note, my car does drive itself, but it makes you keep your hand on the steering wheel.
Okay. So you can't bite into a double cheeseburger while driving then.
Yeah, you can. I mean, you let go, it'll yell at you. It's doing all the work, the pedals and the steering. But after 30 seconds, it'll just beep on the dashboard to put your hand on the wheel.
Oh, okay. You got 30 seconds. Because I was wondering if it would recognize an elbow while you eat that sandwich.
Some people, I guess, have taped a weight or something on to avoid it, but I don't really care. The main thing that I like it doing is the pedals. So there's a lot of traffic around here, and when you're in traffic, you just set the speed and it does the pedals, and it'll keep you in the lane. But I prefer the steering myself because it's always a little bit too left of where I like it.
Okay, well, real quick before we go on ahead, for those of you who are watching the live stream and don't know who JJ Grant is, can you let them know who you are briefly? Because we have a short video that you made specifically for the live stream.
Yeah, that's right.
If you let them know who you are.
Well, I'm JJ Grant in real life, Jeremy Grant, Limp Styx It on YouTube. What's that?
And what do you fly?
I have all DJI stuff. My camera drone has been an Air 2S since I got it. I don't really see any reason to spend $2,000 on changing to something else with new controllers and batteries like you'd mentioned.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, what I pull out of the bag most often is a classic Avata, and I prefer the HQ propellers. The 4-bladers are a little bit better than the 3-bladers, but they're way better than stock or the what's that, Master Air Screw. Those are overpriced. I get the $3.50 ones, real FPV propellers.
Oh, I hear you.
And then I have 2 potatoes. I got this one with me today, the Screaming Demon. So I like to decorate them up. I've got another one that was my first FPV. I still have the potato. I got this as an Avata, but it's got the
that's what the carbon.
Well, this is frame. Yeah, this is a small one. It's the 8-axis flying kit 3.5.
Okay.
And then this is the one we were talking about in the comments. This is a 5-inch Avata.
That's the full Avata that carbon fiber.
Yeah, 5-inch blades on there.
Where did you get that from? Because I know nothing about that. That frame.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the only one that has it because it looked kind of scammy, the website to buy it, and the tracking looks kind of suspicious. But I figured for the price that they were selling it for, already built. There's a kit too for like $120 if you want to build it yourself.
Right.
But they had these were $500, but for a bit there they were $350, and to buy the Avata with the kit already installed for $350 is like stealing. So as soon as it was real and it came in, and this thing does not fly. Neither one of the carbon fiber ones fly like the Avata at all. It's very heavy flying.
Yeah.
The 3.5-inch is like flying a feather. I mean, it jumps when you launch in manual. If it's your first time flying it, you're going to go 30, 40 feet in the air in about 1/10 of a second. This is a little more tame on the stick, the 5-inch. It flies a lot like a potato, but a little bit slower. But I don't crank the angle up a lot. I like around 25 to 29 degrees because I like to be able to still have neutral and like, you know, be able to
Right,
slow
when you
down enough
stop,
to curve
when
around
you
things.
stop, you don't want to be looking up in the sky.
Yeah. I mean, if you're at 30, 35, 40 degrees, you can really only go forward. And it, especially with the potato, it just eats the battery. I mean, if you're at 35 degrees on a potato, you're going to fly 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Well,
And
really
you could
quick,
be
I
done.
wanted to show these guys this video that you submitted because this will be
Shoot.
part of an FPV thing I'm trying to do every week on the stream for about 10 to 12 minutes. And it has to do with if we can get the pilot on who did the video, give a little about themselves. I'll put your YouTube channel in. I know you don't have a lot of stuff on YouTube, but you got to get some stuff
I've
over there.
I've been putting videos on every day now. When I make them, as soon as I make them, I upload them, and then I've been putting the link in the comments on Facebook. We'll see how it goes.
All right. Well, we'll see how it goes after
progress.
today. You should be able to pick up at least a handful of guys. So I'll
Well,
put your
Let's go.
There's a link in the description to your YouTube channel.
Okay, I'm gonna set up this video here for you. I just have to give me a second, and we'll all be muted while it's playing. But
sounds good.
This is some of JJ Grant, Limp Styx It, some of his flying. You guys can see this?
Legends, that's for you guys.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. But you know what? I see you edit.
Thank you, man.
I see you edit your videos.
Oh, wait a minute, sorry. Go ahead.
Do you ever shoot any one shots, like just like from one end to one, like through the whole video and back?
Yeah. Almost all of my videos are like 3.5 to 5.5 minutes, completely uncut. I just launch and hopefully get back to the car in one piece, or sometimes the video ends on the ground with the walk of shame. But yeah, almost everything I do, I try to keep it about a song length and just let her rip. I mean, I'm usually doing it in between some kind of deliveries while I'm on the clock at work. So I don't have time to screw around and burn a battery and right back at it. Gotcha. But it gets me to a lot of new places, that's for sure.
Okay, well, I did. Hey, Stevie Bronx, what's up?
What's up, Stevie?
I put your link to the channel in the chat already. I'll post it again just as you're leaving.
You put his link in the chat because I
put his link to his channel. I'm not promising you 1,000 subscribers, but you'll get some more viewers.
I appreciate it.
And you got to put your stuff up because Facebook kills the quality of video, man. It kills me sometimes. I put up something that's so crispy, and you put it on Facebook, and it's like, are my glasses dirty? Oh, no, I don't have glasses on.
But even on YouTube, when you click the link, if you don't click in the top right corner and adjust the quality to the maximum, it's a frustrating game, that's for sure. I wish there was just one place for 10-minute or less 4K videos have at it. Do what you want. But I don't know where that exists.
Oh, well, listen, I just wanted to thank you for coming on, man.
I appreciate it.
We
Are you guys going to be in Florida?
We
Not
will
this
not
year.
be there this year. I will not.
All right, well, I'll pour a little out for you guys.
I have a situation
thank you, man.
that I
Yeah,
can't
see, that's looking out.
Thank
What,
you.
Herman?
Yeah.
No, I'm
That's
just saying I
looking
have
out.
a situation I can't get out of.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we
Well, you won't be
there.
missed.
Well, thank you very much, man. We're trying to see how it works out. You stay safe out there, man, and I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, I appreciate the invite. Take care.
All right,
Thank
enjoy the evening. Fly safe, man.
Yes,
Thank
man.
you.
Take it easy.
Okay, for those of you who didn't see the video, that's it there. That's JJ Grant's link. It's Limp Styx It,
Yes,
the name of his page. Aloha Sky Control, riding home on the e-board, but listening. There we go. Yes, those guys, we appreciate it, Scott. Battery out of here. Rematch.
Aloha.
Battery out of here. Rewatch the show. All right, Eldon, you take it easy, man.
Okay.
And Steve says he subbed already. Okay, thanks, Steve.
Okay. Thank
What
you.
happened?
No, he got
A sponsor. We missed a sponsor. Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Jonah, dear. If you're a Part 107 pilot and you're looking to scale your operations and you just want to get out there and do all the work and leave all the office work to someone else, then Jonah Deere is for you. If you need a place to build a website, tools to make you a more knowledgeable pilot, book all your appointments, place where they can find you, then Jonah Deere is for you. Check it out. There's a link in the description. Jonah Deere. Jonah Deere is for you.
Hey, Mr. Crowley, where you been, man?
Mr. Crowley.
Yes. He sent me a picture on Facebook of him with an AI beard. It looked like it was crayoned in, but I thought it was funny. I hope all is well, Mr. Crowley. What's up, man? He relocated. Okay, so that makes sense. Good morning, Rob. Feet on the ground.
Oh,
how are you, Rob?
Rob, what's going on, man?
I hope all is well. Good morning over there in Australia. Good morning, Sue. I hope you're within hearing range. If not, tell her I said what's up, Rob.
You know what I was thinking, Lawrence, about the cigar thing you were talking about?
Yeah.
Somehow, some way, we got to figure out a way to fit them into like a cigar box.
So they would stay fresh like that going over, right?
Oh, no.
They're going to get destroyed.
They're going to get crushed in your bubble plastic.
Yeah, I know.
Out here, not. You know I thought I did.
And I'm not going to buy a bunch of these, which are cigar tubes.
No.
Because this is my own personal one.
You get a box, right?
Carry my sticks with me. Huh?
You can get a box. How heavy did they say it has to be?
1.5 pounds, so 1.5 pounds.
Okay, so you can get a box.
Which is pretty good.
You can get a box like this. It'll probably fit about 5 cigars in it.
Yeah, the pack I was looking at has about 5.
It's a hard box. You know what I mean? And it can't be crushed. And then you can put that in bubble plastic.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Wait, 1.5 kilograms is 3 pounds. Oh, it's 1.5 kilograms. Oh, it will definitely be less than 3 pounds, man. So yeah, I can. So Herman, that'll be perfect. I get a decent size, a decent box that they'll survive the trip in.
Right.
And I actually put some humidity packs in too, because it'll probably sit a week in customs once it gets there. I don't know, unless they do like here in the United States. You know, if you're ordering stuff from DJI, Ooh, you may have to wait. You may not, depending on what state you're in.
Well, those will be fine. I mean, you should be all right. I mean, I guess I think that's all about. And I said this before. It's all about whichever place it comes in into through the cut.
It is, yeah. It depends because I know some people on the West Coast have waited as much as 2 weeks, and then someone on the East Coast, I know they got it within a week, something from DJI, and then there's someone in the Midwest I know that hasn't gotten theirs. It came a month later, so I don't know. However,
Well, think about this. The further inland you have to hump from the docks.
Yeah, see, Limp Styx said he's had one of the 5-inch abatas sent back to China.
The longer it may take.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, see, Scott said he was waiting a month and a half for his 04s.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Yeah, see, it's just, it's getting bad, but you got to turn into a surfer and ride that shit out. That's all.
Oh, that's crazy.
Put some wax on your board, extra wax on your board so your feet don't slip, and ride it out. It'll be over. Huh? That's all I'm doing. I just paid $200 and something for an 03 Air unit. The 04 units are cheaper than what I fucking paid for.
Yeah, so you should have just jumped up to the 04 unit and got new goggles.
Dude, I could do it maybe if I got a raise. You didn't see his face.
You know, those 03 units are nice. I mean, the way
now they nice.
The way they light up on the goggles is just superb.
Well, see, you see what Scott said? He skipped on DO3s, which is fortunate because then you don't have like a double investment, which is good. Okay, but I'm just saying, I already did some research, and the O3s came out in 22, and at the end of 24, they were phasing them out. So you got about 2.5, I'm saying about 2 to 2.5 years before the 05s come out. Then you're like, shit, I just got all 04 stuff. And you'll feel my pain.
You see this guy? you see this guy? He's peddling stuff in the chat like this is what is it?
What?
What's that? Marketplace? No, Johnny said he's got an extra 04 unit.
Yeah, you know what? John Olson said something very interesting. I'll mention that, Johnny. John Olson said the DJI store in Manhattan might be able to get it faster. And Johnny Dronefly says he has an extra 04 light if anyone needs one.
You know what's funny about that, John?
What's that?
There's been when I saw there was issues with the whole what do you call it, with the what was that, the Mini 3 Pro and stuff like that. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go right over there to the DJI store. But at that time, the one in Manhattan was under attack after during COVID. So they closed that store down. Yeah. And they only had the one in Paramus. So I shot over to Paramus and went and got the drone. That's the same place I got the V2.
The V2. I remember because you told me, I'm on my way to Jersey, and I was like, "What are you going to Jersey for? I thought you were going to Manhattan to pick up a drone." He's like, "They got it in Jersey. I'm heading to Jersey." I remember that conversation.
So yeah,
he's like, "Yo, I'm pulling up."
That's where I got this one from, the store in Paramus. It's the same store in Manhattan, the same owners.
Okay, all right.
One in Paramus and one in Manhattan.
Well,
they
for
used
those
to have
of you
a
who
repair center.
What happened?
They used to have a repair center.
Yes, they had a repair center here in Manhattan. In Manhattan, you showed me across the street. and down the block from the store, from the main store.
We used to have a repair center. They had guys in there was steady working on repairs on DJI drones.
Mm-hmm. And that went out the window.
They had a stack of DJI drones to repair.
Yeah. They had lots of work, put it this way. But then the COVID knocked all of that stuff out. The repair shop, the DJI store left and never came back.
That was it.
And now they're back. Now they're back in Manhattan. Bigger and stronger than ever.
But you know what, Lawrence? I wanted to talk about a little bit. Was that, there is free drone training for women in Canada.
Yes.
AlteX DroneHUB has a giveaway. Well, AlteX Hubs is celebrating what we will call International Women's Day. They are giving away in Canada the what do you call it, to women women only, improve their skills in with professional drone training. Now,
yes,
this is going to be given to 2 women that will whoa, this is nice because this is really awarded to 2 women. Advanced drone license training. This is valued, they say, at $650 in Canada. I don't know how much it costs in Canada to get your advanced drone license. But this initiative is aimed at supporting women in the drone industry, which is a beautiful thing.
Yes.
You know Ife, right? Ife over
yes, I do. We had her on the live stream.
Yeah, we had her on. She's Ife. If I'm pronounced, I don't want to mess up her last name. Jiao.
Yes.
But yeah, she's on
Jiao.
She was on our live stream about a year or so ago. Well, more than a year ago, a couple of years ago. She does they do the live stream for Drone DJ.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put her picture up right now, actually, while you talk about that, because I have the link. This is Ife Jiao. She's with Drone DJ. She's one of the hosts on Drone DJ's live stream as well. And she and her company, this is her company, you need to point out also.
In Canada.
You know, we need to hit her up. It's been a while since we've had her on here. But this is the link. There's a link if you know any women that want to get into everything that Herman described, from engineering, construction, land surveying, media, and other fields. It's wide open for women. If you know someone who's interested, I'm putting the link for that application in the chat right there. Women can, if only in Canada, okay. So that means you guys here in the States, you can't put a wig on and go get some free drone training. Okay.
She has a large facility out there in Canada.
Yes, she does. Yes. The people go to her business. Actually, her business, when she was on, she mentioned, is to train people how to fly drones, teach them knowledgeable things about drones, and they have acres out there too, right, Herman?
Mm-hmm.
She was saying you could fly beyond visual line of sight on her property, not worry about anything.
It's her property.
I put the link in the chat there. If you know any women in Canada that want to get into droning and start a drone business, that's the link. Jim's Droning wig worked for me, Lawrence. You guys got issues. I'm glad to hear, little Beauchart. Thanks for coming in, bro. Yes, we have been well.
Hey,
we have been well. Life is good. I hope everything's good with you, Jordy. Tell your pops we said what's up.
Yeah, what's up? I saw that last joke he sent me.
Yeah, his pops. You guys don't know this, but Jim Beauchart sends us jokes, weekly or bi-weekly or whatever. And there's some of that stuff I just cannot show on this live stream or we would get shut the hell down. Either that or arrested and kicked out of the country. Something weird.
We've gotten a few, and as you can see, as many as you've seen.
Yes. We showed a few back in the past. So we'll see if we can see if I can bring up one for next live stream next week. Okay, but that I put the link in the chat. If you live in Canada and you know a woman who's interested in starting her own drone business, she could apply there. It's a contest for women. First 2 women will win 2 courses on her facility, worth $650 each.
Okay.
Hey,
that's interesting. Really interesting. It is a good thing for women. We need to promote that a little bit.
Advanced drone license training
to get into
and specifically for International Women's Day. That's what they're doing. AlteX DroneHUB.
Even though it was announced for International Women's Day, but it's open to all women. But I'd like to.
Oh, we didn't mention the deadline. The entry deadline. Oh, never mind.
What?
Okay, it's over.
The deadline passed, right?
It's your deadline passed. The deadline passed. I'm sorry. If we could rewind and erase that part of the show and start over.
No, but I'm just saying that that I just wanted to mention that they were doing it because our stream is actually in the middle of the week, and and I thought it was a great thing that was going on because I know that Yife, she does a lot in the drone community that probably gets unrecognized by a lot of people.
Yes. Yes.
She reports a lot of stuff that's going on and a lot of things that
hey Warren,
expected to happen in the community. And so like I said, she does, and she has her own business up there in Canada, and they have a large property where a lot of drone operations take place, and people learn and do a lot of things up there. So I mean, she's doing some stuff in the industry and in the community that I think is really big and it's important. There's a old African proverb, Lawrence, that you have spoke of a lot. It's each one teach one.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
And every little bit counts. So wherever you get it from, you get it.
Mm-hmm. And if you get it, share it.
Like I said, this as long as many of us have been flying, I think I'm looking at like going on 9 years.
Yes.
Like 9 years. So think about it. That's like nothing in the world of nothing. That's nothing of anything.
True.
That's nothing. Not a 9-year-old anything is still a kid, a little baby.
When Herman's an old man and in his hovering wheelchair, he'll see something fly by him. He'll be like, "What's that?" And the kid will go, "Oh, it's a droid," or whatever. Well, actually, and he'll go, "Back in my day, we used to have to hold a radio." Actually,
at that point in time, I would probably follow it to the end.
Yeah, right.
I would probably know that the whole thing was going on to the end.
The kid will be like, "You want to see?" And he'll put some glasses on you or whatever, and you'll be able to watch the flight right there from where you're sitting in your hovering wheelchair.
I would probably be able to know exactly what's going on with the technology.
Exactly.
It's the guys that this technology comes on after they're old men that don't know what's going on.
Yeah, sad but true. Just
that
like
guy,
think about it.
that
Your
guy that
parents,
goes to jail for 20 years and comes out and we got cell phones.
yeah, that's hard. That is hard. Yeah, 12-year-old grand chess master. Listen, glad that Herman got rid of the computer. Oh, it's still there. It's just turned off.
It's still there. I'm just not using it tonight.
Yeah, he's not multitasking while on the live stream today, like he usually does. It's still there.
Well, you need me to turn it on?
So he can hypnotize you with it, right?
If you want, I can turn it on for you.
He will be posting on that old thing called Facebook, Lawrence. Yeah, see, exactly. Back when my day, we had Facebook, where you actually showed your face, not a picture. We used to fly drones with something called a radio. It transmitted waves out the antenna and it controlled the drone.
Hold on a second. Hold on. And this is where you're wrong. I'd be able to tell the grandkid or the little kid that in my time we started that hand launching thing.
Oh yeah,
from the radio and without the radio, because the what's that? The Neo and the flippity flips and the flips.
Yep.
You can hand launch the Neo.
Yep. Back in our day.
So
can you imagine?
Back in my day, we started that.
But I can imagine my grandchildren.
Hold up. I still, and I'll still keep this one because you know why I won't get rid of it? Because it's behind the monitor. The original smartwatch.
Yeah.
It connects to any Samsung phone.
Really?
It still connects. Here's why I won't get rid of it. Because there is no other smartwatch, and there will be no other smartwatch with a camera on it.
Oh, okay. It was a smartwatch with a camera on it. Huh.
And you can still do the James Bond. Go to places.
Oh, get out of here.
It sends it straight to your phone.
Ronnie, what's up, man? How are you?
That's funny. For you guys that going to get a fistful of dollars, and you can bring some home with you. Get the going on.
God goes Dick Tracy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And that was the only watch they made with a camera, huh?
Mm-hmm. No other smartwatch got a camera on it.
That's funny. I never realized that until you had mentioned it to me before.
I will not get rid of that watch.
We got to get that last sponsor out.
Oh, really? It'll connect to
man.
any one of the Samsung that I connected to. For 10% off on all Nano products, please use Phantom Flight 10.
That's the wrong one. We can't see it.
You can't see it. Why you can't see it?
All I see is those guys, but no Phantom Flight 10.
Don't worry about us.
Okay.
Phantom Flight 10. For 10% off on all Nano products. If you're looking to protect your cameras, drones, gimbals, even any other things like your watches, even your firearms, they make all kinds of cases, even custom cases. Check it out. There's a link in the description. Nano products, 10% off. Phantom Flight 10. How come you the only one that can't see it?
I don't know. I don't know, man. StreamYard. We gotta go. We gotta check out that other system.
Yeah, this week. between now and Sunday.
Okay, because I just I see stuff like last week I couldn't share shit. Now I'm sharing the same way I always shared, and everything's fine, unless they work the bugs out in a week.
Listen, I don't know, but between now and Sunday, we're gonna figure that one out.
Okay, that's cool. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I'm free after that from Friday.
We don't need to know your medical history.
Well, just letting you know in case I go there and don't come back.
I don't want to. Okay, let's say you go and you don't come back.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be still sitting here waiting for your call.
How would anyone know, right?
Right. It'll only be until when I can't get you on the phone anymore, and then I'm calling Draymond and somebody else like what, on Monday to find out if I can get them on as a co-host for the live stream.
So easily we can be replaced. Damn. I ain't even cold in the grave yet. I just went to the doctor.
I gotta call Johnny or one of these cats to see if I can get it.
Cold. To help fill in. Do you find out what's going on?
Because you ain't calling me back.
Okay, that makes sense. I gotta give you an emergency number. The contact.
That's what it is?
Yeah, that's all. Don't forget to wish Ray a happy birthday. Okay.
Where is Ray
today? Where is Ray?
Today is Ray's birthday, or when is Ray's birthday?
Because I didn't see anything on.
I got Ray on Facebook, and I don't see no birthday.
Right, I didn't see anything unless
he keep it like he got his stuff messed up.
Oh wow. This is strange. I don't know when he sent. When did he send this? At 5:00. At what time? 5:04.
What?
Oh,
what?
AJ was saying he didn't see anything. He was trying to watch the stream.
Who?
But I'm just now seeing that. It's already too late.
Who didn't see what? The stream is not playing?
Yeah.
It's not? I see it. What time was that?
That was at 5:04. I'm sure because he was in the chat. He came in.
He might have been late. We might have been late. I don't know.
We probably were.
About a minute.
I'm pretty sure. I think we were like a minute or two late. That's okay.
I'm sorry. What I did want to get into was the fact that we talk about, new innovations and stuff like that. And this is not a new innovation, but it's revolutionized. And I've realized that they're back in the news with 00 Robotics. And they're back in the news, but this time with a sub 250 drone, which hopes to compete with DJI, believe it or not. The 00 Robotics unveils the new V-Copter Falcon Mini.
There it is.
Yeah, a lightweight. Oh, you got it? A picture of
it?
Yeah. Thank you. You got the lightweight sub 250. This is featuring a 2-tilt rotor motor and what is this 4K camera with 3-axis gimbal, a bicopter. Now this bicopter is set out to. I'm hoping that that this actually can compete with DJI, because I actually liked the original idea of the V-Copter because it was different. It was different. You know what I mean? And something different is always catchy to people. And I was hoping that it was something that everybody could just jump on and purchase. But the V-Copter wasn't that easy to buy. The V-Copter was
because they did
when you had to put down money to make the guy before you purchase build his drone, and then the next guy that put down his money built your drone, kind of thing. And I thought that was a little strange, and I just didn't want to get involved in that. I like how DJI and you buy your drone, and you buy your drone, and that. So it's not like DJI and Uniques. When Uniques was out and selling drones, trying to, you could just go into the store and buy them at Best Buy. I told you how I found out about Parrot, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to the Sprint store, and they used to sell them in the Sprint store.
Yep, I remember the Parrot Bebops. They were trying to give away a drone.
At the Sprint store, you buy a drone
Bebop with a phone.
Yeah, you can get the drone on a deal. I was like how they got the speakers.
Yeah,
Years ago,
what Marcel put
was Parrot.
They said bicopters and tricopters have been tried over and over, but don't last because it's not efficient. It's why standard drones are the size they are with 4 motors.
You know, we were talking about that before the live stream, and it's funny because we found out that hexacopters are even actually more efficient and actually can land without the usage of all of the props, whereas that a quad really can't. And no one has ever been able to improve on that. They just decided, let's try to make the quadcopter not crash.
Focus on that. And you got to mention what you talked about, Herman, how, if you recall, you don't hear about flyaways anymore.
Because you don't. Well, they did, and you don't hear about the flyaways anymore and drones dropping out of the sky like you used to hear about, and other things like that, because they did improve on the let's make the quadcopter better instead of going with more props. Let's make the quadcopter better, because we would need to go smaller and smaller and smaller. Like, okay, one of the things that I wanted to mention was the fact that we've always talked about, less like more compact, and we've gotten more compact, but that was in like part of the whole process of trying to make the quadcopter better, as opposed to going with more props that we knew was more which worked better. So I listen. The industry is growing, and it's growing. One of the things I wanted to take a time out for, and I was supposed to do it at the beginning of the stream, was that last week during the stream, we had the whole live stream, and there was something that came to my attention after the live stream, actually a day after the live stream that we had last week, that Romeo Dersher had passed, and found that out after we had done our live stream. And as we all know who he was and the what he has done in the industry, it's no, the things that he has done for DJI alone, that has helped bring DJI to the forefront. From being as well, he was DJI's former director of public safety, but the things that he's done as far as the enterprise industry of drones, I just had a few pictures that I saw, I had of them, I mean, the gentleman is a class act, and he was an ambassador for the industry, a pioneer in the industry.
Yes, and for those of you who don't know, he actually did
Randall.
He actually did a 12-year stint at NASA and joined DJI in 2015 to bring drones to the United States and help with what DJI was doing, and to search and rescue law enforcement. He played key roles in getting firemen interested in drones and first responders interested in drones. back before we were even thinking about first responders using drones. He was pretty much, how would you say?
A pioneer.
Yeah, a pioneer of search and rescue, and we need infrared on drones for just more than just seeing hot spots or cold spots in places.
He's actually who helped make DJI that household name.
Yes. So condolences to him and his family, and he will be missed in the drone community. Okay.
But yeah, as far as 00 Robotics, I don't know. A lot of people, I've been hearing some talk, and I clicked in on something there, and I read an article. I don't know where this is going. I don't think. I mean, let's be for real. They did what? So you go to their website. They got the hover, the little thing, the waffle iron.
00.
Yeah, you got the waffle iron joint, right? That folds up. That was supposed to compete with the flip and all of that.
Yeah.
You know, even those things are not ready to go. You know, when you order, you still gotta put your money down and wait. So I don't know. If this is some one of them, what they call them, Kickstarter programs.
Yes, Kickstarter programs. Yes, they have the hover. They have the hover here. You can see the page.
Yeah, well, one guy pays for the next guy's drone. They don't have the mini on that page. So I guess it's not a go yet. We're waiting for a release, an official release and launch on this.
Okay, yeah, they're still pushing. I'm looking at the page now. There's the first Falcon, which was the larger one. Then they have the hover, of course, which they're pushing more of. But okay. And like you said, they're not stocking stores with them. They're building. If you get it, they get an order for 5 or 100 a day. They build them right there. You know, that's cost effective, but that shows you have no trust in your product either.
Well, not only that, it's not really that. It's the manufacturing and the situation and the demand for your product is not there. So it's another live stream. That I will say, because there's a lot to talk about that. I just think that you know, people, the way the world works today is instant gratification.
Right.
You have it. Yeah. I have the money. I buy.
I want it now. Okay. Do I want to give you my money now and wait a week or two?
No,
yeah, I could do that. I could do that.
Wait 6 months to a year.
Yeah, true.
Ideal. I mean, I don't want to wait, 6 months to a year. So I
agree. Yeah.
Lawrence, last week, right? We were talking about the Dock 3.
Yes.
Sphere HubX, I guess as they call it, gets an Aussie manufacturing boost for DJI Dock 3.
Yeah, and shout out to Australia.
And yeah, shout out to Australia. But what is crazy about this is Sphere's drone, right, is bringing manufacturing in-house, believe it or not. And what I am talking about is that they say that this plan gives them a boost in to their HubX, and this is their drone in a box solution. This is a platform with Carousel. The partnership with Carousel that gives Sphere full control of the design, engineering, and assembly process to ensure high quality. Now, Sphere is one of the first, believe it or not, to I didn't even know you were showing the video. Can you redo that video, Lawrence?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, Sphere is one of the first to basically test the Dock 3. Now, what is you ask, what is HubX? It is a portable solution that works with the DJI docks. Now, this is not just the Dock 3. This is all of the DJI docks that HubX has been working with. You re-showing that video?
I'm about to show it right now. I just had to queue it up. I was in multiple windows there. Here we go.
So HubX has a its own power data connection, so that you can put this dock in remote areas anywhere, and it'll operate without any have to worry about GPS systems and anything like that. Or power, right? It has a watchtower, and this is for situational awareness. Like I said, this thing is portable, as you can see there in the video, and it includes an ADS-B receiver for airspace monitoring. Now, it also
seaplanes.
Has 360-degree camera for situational awareness, so it can see everything that's happening around this thing. As you can see, it has built-in solar panels on it, so it powers itself. It collects its own energy, and it powers itself. So it's basically a generator they can bring to your location and set it there. And this thing, believe it or not, this can be operated from their base remote operations center, because of the fact that it has 360-degree cameras, and it can see everything that's happening around the unit before the drone actually takes off, so it can run its own inspections. This is why these drone-in-a-box solutions like this are able to get beyond visual line of sight operations waivers long before we were able to. Percepto is one of those included. So this is a great story. As I was looking into, I saw this, and what do you think, Lawrence?
I like it. Due to the simple fact now it has its own supportive unit. They're working with DJ in conjunction with DJI. You can take a drone in a box to the middle of West Bubble, and it will run and do whatever you program it to do. If you wanted to check for fires, you can check for fires. You wanted to do search and rescue in that area, and it's supposed to have, I think, in the box, it's supposed to have something kilometer. How many kilometers did they say? I think a 10-kilometer range. So the drone can fly up to 10 kilometers, which is about 5 miles from that drone in a box, and come back. Do a mission and come back. So that's listen, I'd like one of those on the back of my car. Or the back of my pickup truck, You
would.
Yeah. And Jody says, but I still like iNav. Hey, View Chaser, what's up, man? You guys can learn about programming now. Did you get into iNav? Because now in FPV, with this iNav thing, you're definitely gonna have to learn a little programming and rates and stuff like that for your drones. But if you're using Betaflight, it's a walk in the park.
Oh yeah, if you're used to it, you'd be able to work your way through it. Everything has its learning curve.
Hey Barkley, what's up, man? How are you? Hope all is well.
What's going on, Barkley? You know what, Lawrence? Drones in demand.
Really?
Yeah, they're in demand. Believe it or not, drones in demand.
Yeah, here we go. Speaking about drones in demand, this little something for you guys to check out.
Drones in demand.
Some of the world's most in-demand tech jobs.
Oh, wow.
All right.
That was some precision right there.
So we'll be taking images of this entire elevation. So that's the objective.
So we look for very key information. So this is what we are trying to do.
But what does a day in one of these roles actually look like? From rescue missions, filming travel videos, to inspecting buildings for signs of corrosion, they're all working with one technology, drones. This is Most Wanted. Kevin Chong is inspecting a building's facade to identify defects.
Okay, taking off.
But sometimes not everything goes according to plan.
My goodness. Those are pigeons for sure. Are you landing, Kevin?
Yes,
Okay.
landing. So it's a real case example. So as you can see just now, there were a flock of pigeons.
Yeah.
The immediate action is for us to, of course, lower down to ensure they are gone before we continue.
From construction and real estate to transportation and defense, drone pilots are in demand across numerous sectors. They're even saving lives.
This is one of the remote stations which is deployed. The command center is here. The drone could be anywhere in the world. I'm trying to locate someone in the event that the person went missing.
I feel like I'm going to be on a stakeout.
Okay,
Tong has piloted more than 20 rescue missions.
but you guys get the gist of it.
Right. So what we're saying is that springtime is coming, and drone jobs seem to keep popping up as spring comes. So they need men and women to fill those positions. So keep your eye out if that's something that you're interested in. There's a lot of stuff out there popping up for drone jobs everywhere. Mainly, I've seen a lot of them popping up on LinkedIn, and they're all over the country, especially Florida. Florida. Abundance of drone work in Florida.
In fact,
one other thing I wanted to bring up before we get out of here, Lawrence, real quick.
yes,
That Blade Air Mobility and Skyport infrastructure, they have a pilot plan that is aimed to basically, just like the other pilot program, secure pilots, and so basically for the urban air mobility works to be able. This one is a program dealing with JFK and Manhattan, the
Manhattan heliport.
Heliports in Manhattan. This is interesting because this program, like I said, is basically to for the demand of the eVTOL and being able to basically looking to replace the helicopters moving in and out, going from the airport to the southern part of Manhattan, transporting to the airport. So now they're looking to ramp up with this pilot program between them, and it's basically to enforce their their blades already by the seat helicopter transfer service that they already have. So basically this is going to be done with eVTOL. So they're looking to replace the helicopters with eVTOLs.
Yes, yes. And they're looking to start doing this. They're starting this program in April 2025. So they're actually going to build a skyport capable of holding eVTOLs. We've done stories, Herman, on how eVTOLs will be landing at the same skyport coming from Newark Airport. That's the same area. So now we have two destination spots here in New York City, going from Newark Airport to South Street Seaport, the heliport there, and there's now
three of them, including and that's not including the seaplanes.
Right. And now you have Blade Skyports, which the company will be doing eVTOL flights. They say starting in April 2025 from, well, they're going to start building first.
Right, so
They're going to make it, they're going to build the Skyport.
Right, because Skyports builds infrastructure for eVTOLs.
Right.
They did them over in Europe, and now they're going to do them here.
They're saying right now, passengers can purchase tickets starting at $195, but passengers who commute daily will start paying $95 a trip. So eventually the price will drop down affordable. I would try it once, even if I didn't have to go to the airport, to fly from Manhattan.
Yeah, I'm good.
But we got to get out of here. It's time.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of live streams on tonight. I know Bill is on tonight. I'm not sure if anyone else is going to be on tonight. I'm quite sure someone else is on tonight. Is anyone else?
Yeah. I don't know, because it sometimes people come on and sometimes I don't keep up with schedules. I barely keep up with mine.
Well, I noticed that, depending on I noticed the traffic in the live stream is based heavily on how the traffic in the industry is, and there's a certain few individuals that pop in and out that if they're going to be live, they come in and then they get their notes and they pop out and they move on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, it is what it is. We're about to get out of here. It's dinner time.
Bill and Coast to Coast will be on later on at 8:30. Was that right? 8:30. I'm not sure if anybody else, like I said, is on tonight, but check out all the other live streams on. I know that is Jake Sloan.
Yeah, Jake Sloan.
Yeah, he's on tonight too, right? So check out the live streams, and anything else, Lawrence?
Be safe, fly safer.
And with that, we'll see you next time with those guys. Good night, everyone.
Later.
Good night.